right out of the elevator. Michael did. I hadn't seen him in 4 years, and we sat there outside the elevator at the Portland Hotel and talked for 5 minutes and hugged it up. It was incredible, and it was great to catch up again.
Can you ensure them you will never coach for another NBA team?
Wow.
Hey, let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Hey. Hey. This is how we do the Blue and Gold Summit, okay? We're out in Pleasant Hill. What's up, East Bay?
Yes, sir.
Love it, love it. We're out at Jack's Restaurant and Bar, which is disappointing no one. Look at you all. Y'all look fed and happy.
Oh, yeah.
Look at you all. All right, great stuff. We got a lot still to do with our second hour here on the Summit. Dibs and I get to talk to Steve Kerr every single week.
Yeah.
So jealous.
We thought that you might be jealous.
Yeah.
We get to talk to Sam Lubman every single day.
Really
Sammy,
good.
I
Really
met his
good.
mom today. I met Miss Lubman.
Lubman catching strays right there.
Yes.
So Dibs and I, it was actually asked of us, do you want to share Steve Kerr this week? And the answer unequivocally was, hell no. But we did say, why don't we, thank you, Steve. Why don't we have the rest of the guys submit one question? One question each for Steve, and then we'll get his answer to those questions. And then maybe at the end, we'll find out which question he thought was the best. So, to each of the four of you up here, do you remember your question?
Absolutely.
Do you remember your question?
Yes, sir. I do.
All right.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is go to each of you to re-ask your question so our audience can hear it, and then we will play Steve Kerr's answer to your question.
I would want to guess Guru's question.
It's on the
Can I
paper.
try out for the Warriors?
Wow.
Close, but not
Close.
Jordan Bell. I won't order candles to anyone's room.
Oh, wow.
That's a statement, not a question, but still, yeah. All right, let's go. Let's go in order.
All right.
So, Joe Spadoni, you're first.
Oh.
What was your question for Steve Kerr?
Thank you for writing it down because I forgot at 3 in the morning. The Giants just hired Tony Vitello. Steve, what are your thoughts about the jump from college to the pros from a coaching perspective, and is it overblown?
I think great coaches can come from anywhere, and I think it's the whole thing that I would be looking for if I were hiring a coach is just emotional intelligence. The game is the game, and if you hire someone who understands how to communicate with their players and set a vision and set a good tone, good culture, doesn't matter where he comes from. I think it can absolutely work.
Damn, he didn't say great question.
All right, so emotional intelligence.
Almost,
but it might be his favorite question.
Oh,
it might be.
He was asked.
Probably not.
But he didn't say that was a good question. I actually asked it, and maybe it's because I asked it. That although I did read it word for word, I thought it was a fair and a good question.
Okay, so there is Joe Spadoni's question, and that is Steve Kerr's answer. Next up,
Your baseball.
Joe Shasky. What was your question?
My question was something to the effect of, you've been a player, you've been a GM, you've been a broadcaster, and now a coach. Forget a rule in game. If you could have one rule change on the CBA or the calendar or the length of the season, what would it be from your perspective?
The schedule. The game is faster than it's ever been. We are demanding more from the players, and we're still treating the schedule like it's 25 years ago, and we're running these guys into the ground. We need a 72 or 75 game schedule, and everybody has to recognize that it would be the best thing for the game. And sometimes you actually make decisions based on quality and not profit. But, good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck with that. How do you feel about his answer?
Well, I've been saying to these guys for a long time, there's two problems with the NBA right now. I love the NBA. I watch it every day with my kid in the living room. Doesn't matter if it's the Warriors or not. The season is too long, and it starts at the worst time of the year. We're in football mode. Christmas is the start of the NBA season, and then run it through July.
You don't love it then. If you say it's too long, you don't love it. That's just my 2 cents.
No, there's 82 games. It's too many. The guys don't play. Like, I want to see 70, 75 games, and you'll get more stagger. You'll get more able to bring this thing into July. Think about it. The slowest time of the year for us and for everyone is July with just baseball. I want baseball and basketball playing simultaneously.
But, I mean, he finishes it off with the truth of the matter. It's like,
It'll never change.
I could like your idea, but it's a complete non-starter, isn't it?
Of course, because money.
Well, and my solution, and this is groundbreaking, but you give every team gets a bye week where you get a whole week you don't play. And maybe it starts in like February, and you get a bye week, so instead of playing 4 games in 7 nights, you play no games. And maybe you do 2 bye weeks throughout the year. However you do it, you at least would have those breaks built in.
If you were starting the NBA from scratch, you would not go up against the NFL as often as they do to start their year. There's a reason why all the other leagues avoid the NFL. Right. And I just look at it from where can I get the most eyeballs and how can I maximize my sport? The window is July and August. Own those months.
Yeah. Well, not only that, college football, and then you just saw the ratings for the World Series just absolutely dominating everything.
Yep, absolutely. All right, let's switch it over to Steiny and Guru. You're all going to want to listen to this. These are some pretty interesting questions,
Hard-hitting, yep.
Guru, you were given the opportunity to ask Steve Kerr one thing. What did you ask Steve?
Something that I've been thinking about for years, and I'll give you the long version. I've had the pleasure or the blessing to be a part of many teams in corporate and all the jobs I work. And I just love people, and I love relationships when they go well. And I just thought to myself, so you're telling me this dude played with arguably, not to me, the best basketball player ever.
Well, who is?
Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
No, who is the best player ever?
Michael Jordan.
Well, yeah.
And he hit you in practice, and that was probably love. But I want to know, do you still talk to Jordan?
All right, so
do you still talk to Michael Jordan?
All right.
And I want to hear a hell yes.
Okay, I want everyone to listen very closely to the start of his answer, because the question is, when's the last time that you talked to Michael Jordan?
This is actually a great question. If you had asked me 2 weeks ago, I would have said it had been 3 or 4 years. But it just so happened that when we were in Portland for a preseason game a couple weeks ago, I was literally walking to the elevator on the 11th floor of the hotel in Portland, and he walked right out of the elevator. Michael did. I hadn't seen him in 4 years, and we sat there outside the elevator at the Portland hotel and talked for 5 minutes and hugged it up. It was incredible, and it was great to catch up again.
That's a pretty nice
Good job. Well, let's just say 5 years. Damn, man. That's a long time.
And then 5 minutes. That's it.
Not 50.
Call up and get the hell out of here.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
They package it up for NBC, and they're going
exactly.
to release it every week.
It's the
Pretty good
conversation.
So, one more question to go. That, of course, is Matt Steinmetz, who is at least partially done with his salad and ready to rejoin the conversation. Steiny, what was your question?
First of all, Steve Kerr shocked Jordan even gave him 5 minutes. That's the first thing. Steve, you have come into this organization as a coach, and you have been the greatest coach in the history of this organization. Mm-hmm. And so many people have become attached to you. Can you ensure Warrior Nation, Dub Nation, can you ensure them you will never coach for another NBA team?
I would like to. I definitely want that to be the case, but how could we ever guarantee that? This is the sports world. I mean, all you have to do is look at the transaction wire every single day. Crazy stuff happens, but I sure hope this is the only team I ever coach.